Hey everybody, what's going on? So with Season 3 starting in 2.5 days, I wanted to get out the best leveling build that I could find for you. I went through, tested all of the abilities that Necromancer has, and this is going to be hands down the best build that you can use for early game leveling. Now what I do suggest is around 75-ish or so. Basically, once you get a little comfortable in World Tier 4, you're going to want to swap over to Bone Spear or Bone Spirit. One of the two, whichever one tickles your fancy. I'm going to be putting out a build for both of those. But for right now, I just want to get a leveling build out to you. And this one is amazing. Even though we had nerfs to overpower, Blood Surge is still going to be #1. So we're going to use Blood Surge. Iron Maiden is going to be your other primary skill. Corpse Explosion, Corpse Tendrils, Golem, and Raised Skeleton. For your skeletons, you're going to have the Reapers because they're going to make free corpses for you. You're going to have the Cold Mages for free essence. And we're going to use the Bone Golem so that he also drops a corpse whenever he takes 20% of his health. The other thing you could use is you could use the second one, which is going to make it so they get more from your thorns. However, until you get certain aspects online, it's more beneficial to just have the free corpse. Now, the only aspect that you actually need for this build is the Blood-Bathed aspect, which is going to make your Blood Surge echo again for additional damage. Now, you're going to want to put this on an amulet because every time you get an upgraded weapon, you're going to want to replace it since all of your damage is scaled off of your weapon as the start. So your weapon is the most important piece, which means you don't want to have to keep re-enchanting this onto a new item every single time you upgrade it every couple of levels. So put it onto whatever amulet you're wearing at the time, rock that amulet for a while till you get a really good upgrade, and then roll it onto the next amulet and just keep going. But you want the amulet for the 150% bonus instead of just being on any other random piece and only at 100%. Alright, so onto the skill tree, and I have a whole leveling, like where to put your points. Makes it easier on you if you really want to follow along that way. But the primary thing is we're going to grab Hemorrhage at first, which will be replaced later on with Iron Maiden, but this is what you're going to use for your Essence generation at the beginning. Put your 5 points into Blood Surge up to Supernatural Blood Surge, so you can get Fortify whenever you kill stuff. Corpse Explosion down to Bloody Corpse Explosion, and I know that they reduced the amount of damage that you get from the puddles. However, it's still really good damage for any mobs that just kind of wander into it. It's just free damage on them while you're killing other stuff. So absolutely beneficial to have. It's just going to be not as good later on in endgame, so you're not going to see as many like Corpse Explosion, Blood Mist builds like we had last season. And of course, we're going to grab Iron Maiden and Enhanced Iron Maiden so you will get 5 essence for each enemy that gets cursed by Iron Maiden. And then finally, Abhorrent Iron Maiden so that you get 7% of your max life back whenever an enemy dies that is cursed with Iron Maiden. Come on down, you're going to grab Corpse Tendrils and 2 Blade Corpse Tendrils so that you can get the free Vulnerable. We're going to be grabbing some points into the Blood Tree here. Going to grab some points to buff our minions and ourselves. Since you are playing a Blood Surge build, you will be by most of your minions. You probably won't be next to the mages, but you'll be next to all the warriors, so Hellbent Commander actually works with this build. And then finally, we're going to want to go for Rathm's Vigor because this is going to be using Blood Surge. And as always, Kaelin's Edict is crap because it needs to completely be reworked. Like, you will be constantly taking damage in almost every build that you play, so not taking damage for 2 seconds is not very beneficial. We will be taking Rathm's Vigor, and again, I do recommend that you change to a bone-centric build whenever you get up into your 70s. This build will be great for blasting through World Tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then once you get up to World Tier 4, that's when you're going to want to start focusing on an endgame build, and this is a leveling build only. I did do a Paragon board that goes all the way to level 100 in case you really do want to just play Blood Surge the entire time, in which case obviously you're going to need to get the correct aspects online, some uniques and all the other fun stuff, but there is a 5 board Paragon tree in here that goes all the way up, and you can follow this all the way to 100 if you so choose. I myself will not be playing this to 100. I'm going to play this till probably about 75. And then I'm going to be having all of the aspects stored up and ready to go for Bone Spear or possibly Bone Spirit. And that's what I suggest everybody else do. But I wanted to get this out to you so that you guys are ready to go on Tuesday so that everybody can just blast through, get to the end game, and start enjoying some of the end game content. And if you like the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video, which is probably going to be for Bone Spear. All right, have a good one.